Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alice. We talk about books. We sometimes do some lifestyle and vlog content, although it's been a little bit sparse in that area at the moment. So if you're looking for someone to stick on in the background whilst you make yourself a meal, clean your room, do that thing you've been putting off for the longest time, or you just want someone to listen to, then I'm your gal. So consider hitting that subscribe button. Come on in, welcome to the family. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. Let's get on with today's video. I apologise if it's really dark and weird lighting. I couldn't wait. I didn't have any time and I needed to film it, and it's still so dark outside in the morning because, you know, welcome to England, guys. Welcome to England. Bear with. Thank you very much. Today we are going to be bringing back a series I have not done in the longest time. And we're going to be judging some covers. Dun dun dun. They're pretty exciting, huh? Starting off strong today. I think we've got maybe like 9 or 10 books to judge. So buckle in, let's go on a wild ride, all right? As always, I've got my trusty laptop with my little, spoilers, my little PowerPoint on it. I'm going to be looking at that. One day, we will discuss the dents on the laptop. But today is not that day, eh? Dun dun dun. Let's do this. Starting off with number 1, we have The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. Okay, we're gonna have a little look. Don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's got a lot of potential. Don't like people on the cover. Get those people off the broom now. If you didn't have those people on there, if you had like a little witch's hat or something, then that would be such a good cover, because I love the little house. I don't know what it is, little thing in the corner. It's like really cool lighting with little lamp posts. It's giving triple Mr. Tumnus. I really like it, to be honest. It's just the people. I just think, why are you there? But they are quite small, so would it be something I would be willing to overlook? I think if I saw this in the bookshop, I probably would only buy it if it was on sale. I wouldn't be like, yes, you're coming home with me. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I know I don't normally rate them, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I liked it. I'll say yes, I probably would buy it, but only if it was on sale. Next up, we already know I own this book, Legends and Lattes, and I own this exact cover, which is amazing. This is by Travis Baldry. I hope I said that right. And yeah, I'm really excited to read that. I love this cover. Let me show you a real life version. This is the real life version. Hello, there we are. Yeah, it's got this really nice matte finish. I love the colours. It is like maybe on the cusp of like a little bit too much going on, but I think it's really, really nice. So I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I think this is a good one. I don't like the other cover of this book just because I don't like faces on the cover, but I really, really like this one. Good job. 9 out of 10, I'd say, for this bad boy. Always handy when you own some of them, eh? Next up, we have Tress of the Emerald Sea. Now, I will be honest, I went on Goodreads autumn fall recommendations. There were 63 books to choose from, so I just chose some that I hadn't judged the cover before. I knew some of them, but not all of them. And yeah, I mean, Brandon Sanderson. I need to definitely read some books by Brandon Sanderson. Is that the Mistborn series? I think it is. Let's talk about this cover. Now, I like it. I don't like the silhouette, but it still is a silhouette, so it's not tragic. I probably wouldn't pick it up. Sorry, I would pick up Legends and Lattes, just circling back to that. I probably wouldn't pick this up at a bookshop. I love the green. I love the green and the yellow theme, but I'm not sure about the old silhouette. So I would give this maybe a 4 or a 5. 4 might be a bit harsh because there are some nice things on there. Maybe, nah, we're gonna say it. I'd give it a 4. I don't think I would pick this up based on its cover. Obviously, these are all just my personal opinions, judging solely on the cover, which obviously we should never do with a book. So this would be with not knowing any of the plot or reading the blurb beforehand. Just if I went into a bookshop and I saw these books, would I pick them up or not? So yeah, probably not. So I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. Okay, so as you know, I do own the next one. I own Babel. Now, I have included this cover because genuinely, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It's not that different to the one I have. Let me show you guys. So this is the one I have. This is obviously a hard cover. It's not that different, but don't you just think this is so much better? This detailing down the middle. So it's the same picture behind, but it just cuts it out. And I just think this, like this for me, is like a 10 out of 10. Like I would grab that. Whereas this one, I feel like is a 5 or a 6. Nah, 5 might be hard. Maybe a 6. And I don't know if I would grab it because I'd be a bit like, oh, okay, yeah, it's nice. I like the graphics. Oh, I don't know. Looking at it more now, it's actually quite skilled illustration. Do you know what? Scrap that. Yeah, I do like it. Do you know what I have the problem with? I have the problem with the word Babel, with the font, the colour. That's what I have the problem with. If we made that slightly different, I'd be alright, but I don't like that. So that's what I don't like. So actually, scratch everything we just said. I'm giving this an 8. I probably would buy it, although I would 100% buy it if I had the other version. I'm actually looking at it now. Sorry, it was like a little bit blurry. When I zoom in, I do like it. I like the sky in the background. That's cool. Okay, I'll give that an 8. I'll give that an 8. You clawed it back, Babel. Next up, we also have another book that I do own. We have If We Were Villains. I don't know if I've done this one before. Basically, when you put in full recommendations, the secret history always comes up. I've done the secret history. I talk about it all the time. You guys know. I love the cover, apart from one little bit on the spine, but that's fine. I love the vibe of the book. I love everything. Obviously, that just wouldn't be a fair test, would it? So we're going to do the secret history dupe. It's obviously not a dupe. They are different books, and they are books in their own right, but they are very similar, especially with the cover and also the concept about like a group of academics in some way, although I think these are maybe theatre kids in this one, so slightly different. You've got a weird eclectic group of kids that study Greek, and now we have theatre kids, so I think it's theatre kids anyway. I like it. There's a little bit too much going on, and I'm not sure about the bird. The bird feels a bit much for me. I have seen a version with a skull on it, and the skull one was alright. I do like the matte black, and I do like this detailing, like this textured detailing. I don't really think we needed to put this quote here personally. I think we could have brought this down, maybe chose something instead of the bird, had this quote here, then the if we were villains, and then that, because I like when friends become enemies. That's pretty good. There's no limit to the damage they can do. That's enticing, that's eye-catching, but I don't think we need the like Donna Tartt's Secret History, because yeah, it looks like you've copied it. Do you know what I mean? And it is its own book in its own right, so you know, own that. Still not sure about this. It's a bit off-putting, to be honest. Never looked at it this closely. Bird aside, I would say it's actually quite strong in terms of, I would look at it and be like, okay. I think it's got a very eye-catching title. I do like the contrast with this. I don't really think, like I said, that we need the quote. I would probably give this maybe a 7.5, and I would buy it, but depending on my mood and depending on how much I was thinking about the secret history. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. Sorry, we need some props. Next up, we have Ninth House. I do quite like this, I will be honest. The snake is more impressive in real life because it's kind of like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a little bit shimmer. It does make me feel uncomfortable. I love the spacing of the words, and I do like that the snake is intertwined in it. I have seen a version with like a black and white snake. I think that might be the hardback version, and I do quite like that. I don't know, like the little sparkles. 8.5. I think this is quite strong. I think I would pick this up. I think I'd be more likely to pick it up if the snake was a different colour. I don't know why. There's something about it's like a little bit spooky scary, you know? But maybe that's the intention. So yeah, I'd give this an 8.5, and I think I would pick this up at bookstore. So good job, Lee Bardugo. Smashed it. I am a sucker for like a all black cover as well, and then I don't know, I just think it stands out so much nicer. But then I don't know, because I do love some really colourful colours. Let's just say so far the ones that I've liked have all been a black background with something else going on. So anyway, hi silver linings. I've literally seen these two books everywhere, okay, and I don't know if I can bring myself to read it because it sounds cringy, right? The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, like it just sounds cringy as heck. But I will say I do like the colours. Now I would have to see them in person to have like final decision, because they might look a little bit like not as pack-a-punchy in real life, but I really do enjoy them. I think they're nice. I think they're quite simple. They create this nice cozy vibe. I genuinely think these could be a 9 out of 10. I mean, maybe that's a bit much. There's quite a lot going on. There's always a cat at the door. Random. I think I equally love the both of them. I'm always a sucker for green, but I think the pumpkin spice latte should not be overlooked. Let's give it, I'm giving it 8.7. And the reason I'm not giving it higher is because a little bit about the spacing on the first one with the sky, a bit much. See, that's very picky, isn't it? And also, I feel like there might be a little bit much going on. Like, I feel very overwhelmed, but I love it at the same time. So 8.7, I'd say, on this particular day. Could be higher on another, but I would probably pick them up just for shits and giggles, really. No, I think I would pick these up. So good job, Laurie and Gilmore. Let's do this. Now we have Agatha Christie Halloween Party. Now, I thought, you know, I have this book, and this is such a beautiful version. I think it's, if I do say so myself, I think it's a Waterstones version. It's just so pretty and sparkly, and I don't think you can beat this. But this cover here, I actually really do like. Now, the pumpkin is a little bit too fake, but if it was a little, maybe more shaded, I think this could be a 10 out of 10 cover as well. I really do like the vibe. It creates that spooky Halloween vibe. There's not too much going on, and I like the way it has the Agatha Christie, like it feels like handwriting, and I love that. So to be honest, I think I would give this one a 9.5. I think I'd give this a 9.5. This I give a 10. It's a good job, whoever made that cover, because you'd be going straight in my basket. I don't even like spooky, scary things, okay? And then finally, last but not least, I feel like we have to, because although fall is fall, or autumn is autumn, I feel like, you know, you can't bypass Halloween, you can't bypass horror. So we're looking at The Shining. Now, obviously, I know that The Shining is spooky, spooky, scary, but I do not like this cover at all. Terrifying for a start. What's going on with the child? And there's like random animals, and then he's creepy, she's creepy, there's too many faces. I would put this book in the freezer as well. Do you know what I mean? Respect to you, Joey, because this looks scary. Like, I would look at that and I'd be like, oh, this feels creepy. So I'm gonna give this a solid 1 out of 10. I give it a 1 out of 10 because it does create the vibe it's supposed to create, but I would absolutely not pick it up. And maybe that's a little bit of bias because it is The Shining, but I just would not be drawn to this cover in any way. And maybe that's a little bit unfair because I am using, I think it's the original cover, so there's probably a lot better covers since. But I think take the people off, put some scenery in there, you got a good vibe. I think all in all that wasn't that unsuccessful. What do you think? Do you think it was successful? I feel like it was. Didn't realise I actually owned so many of these books. It's pretty wild. Well, anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of those books, what you think of them, should I read them, and also let me know what you thought of the covers as well. Did you agree with my comment? Did you like some of them? Did you not like some of them? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Have you subscribed? Thank you very much, and as always, until the next one, I'll see you then. Bye. And I own this exact car. I take everything off my shelf, and then I'm just gonna put it all back on again. Ooh. Was that the one?